crash outs. All right, it's very common to go outside, you know, maybe go to a Walmart. You'll see the biggest crash out ever. Sometimes when you spawn into a Walmart, you'll see the biggest crash outs ever. But today, I've thought of the biggest crash outs in history. Okay, not in history, but what I could think of. So we're gonna first start by talking about Benson from regular show. Now, this is a no-brainer when it comes to crash out. This dude has threatened to fire somebody like 100 times in the show or something. I don't know. And of course, Benson, most of the time, his crash outs are valid. But there was this one episode in regular show that made him a mega crash out. Pops, the dude with the big ass head with the top hat, told him to control his anger and stop yelling at Mordecai and Rigby all the time. And it got so bad to the point where at the end of the episode, this dude was literally a fireball of rage. So how did we get here? He's just been holding his anger since the beginning of the episode. And he just had enough when he was in his apartment after he dreamt about Pops firing him or something. And then he just started throwing shit around in his apartment, literally breaking every piece of furniture, drop kicking the TV. Yes, he drop kicked the TV. Like, that's just insane, bro. So I guess, yeah, he went to his apartment on break, and then when he was done with break, he was mad and he was red. And every time he would step on the ground, it would burn. Like, it would literally burn in shapes of Benson Dunwoody's foot. Okay, I would crash out if my last name was Dunwoody. That is crazy. This dude genuinely went Super Saiyan after Mordecai and Rigby crashed the golf cart. That was the last straw. He was on level 999 power in that moment. Like, it was literally a whole ass fireball surrounding him. And once he released all that anger, let's just say Mordecai and Rigby got obliterated. They got cooked. This crash out literally destroyed the park. You can't go up to me and say, yo, the duck, Benson's not a D1 crash out. After witnessing that, hell no. Next up, we have Deller, the streamer. I was a big fan of Deller and his rage compilations during the Fortnite era. I liked watching his streams and stuff, but sometimes he would rage and it would be bad. There are many, and I mean many, Deller rage compilations out there, and these used to entertain the living shit out of me. Deller, you know, seems like a good dude, but you know, when he gets consumed by the game, bro, he's a crash out. I never seen somebody rage so much in my entire life. I thought I was a rager, but nah, Deller's got it. Audios of him yelling have gone viral on TikTok. Deller is just an icon in the raging game, bro. Like, it just wouldn't be a crash out vid without Deller. Like, he's just gotta have his own spot on this list. Tuco from Breaking Bad. A couple months ago, I started to watch Breaking Bad. I decided, you know what, today is finally the day. And I got to the point where Tuco was introduced. And I already knew I was gonna mention him if I made a video about crash outs. So there was one instance in the show that I would like to cite where Walt and Jesse were abducted by Tuco, and I don't know where the hell he took them. They were basically held hostage in his crib, and apparently this guy Gonzo snitched to the cops. So here's what Tuco decided to do. He just stabbed a knife in the table every time he finished a sentence and said he was gonna kill him multiple times, and that he had. I don't know. But yeah, this is the most normal Tuco conversation. Like, imagine you're there, you're posted up in someone's living room, and they just start doing that to their living room table. It's one of those scary ass crash outs to the point you want to get the hell out of there, like, as soon as possible. You gotta get out of that bitch. You gotta run away as fast as you can, bro. Put on the cartoon running and just don't look back. George Pickens. Him and DK Metcalf are the biggest crash outs in the NFL. It's like almost every game at this point, he does something crazily unnecessary to clip farm. Every game this season, it feels like. But yeah, when he was drafted, he was standing by the TV in the NBA YoungBoy pose with the shiesty on. I don't know, man. I think that just speaks crash out. Like, the amount of times he's gotten like unnecessary roughness calls, or they're just off the charts. This is officially the NFL YoungBoy. All right, he literally has the nickname NFL YoungBoy. Like, there's been multiple occasions where he's fought or done like some sort of unnecessary roughness after the play. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the George Pickens crash outs are entertaining, or him just being over the top in plays. Like, that shit's just hilarious. Nicole Watterson. This is level 999 power right here. All right, this is probably like the most powerful cartoon character to ever exist. The Amazing World of Gumball was just blessed with this crash out. Nicole is probably the most powerful citizen in Elmore, if we're keeping it a buck. In one episode called The Limit, Richard was being a dumbass, like he was being 70 IQ Richard, and of course he was teaching the kids how to shoplift. Yet again, another Richard 70 IQ moment. But then this pushed Nicole over the limit. She started crashing out. She went through this whole Joker arc. Her eyes turned yellow. She started chasing them all down the store. And she was talking like a psychopath, saying that they pushed her over the limit. And she did hella damage to the grocery store, bro. Like, the amount of cheese that they've probably had to pay for Nicole's damages is just off the charts. Also, in the first episode, the DVD, Nicole punched a hole in the wall over a $20 DVD. Like, I know it is not that serious. Like, there's no way. And plus, yeah, that's like level 9,000 power right there. And when she got home from work, there was one day Richard had this, like, party going on because he couldn't say no. And get this, Nicole didn't have to crash out at all. She just walked into the door with this menacing ass face. Her eyes turned purple. When you looked into them, there were souls. And in this deep ass voice, she said, "Everybody better get the hell out of here and clean this place up." And it happened within seconds. They were not prepared. They did not want to see a Nicole Watterson crash out. Gordon Ramsay. It just gets heated in that kitchen. I mean, not only is it like probably 100 degrees in that bitch, but the level of anger in that Hell's Kitchen. I mean, they don't call it Hell's Kitchen for a reason. It's literally the devil's spawn of a kitchen. Gordon Ramsay's just a different breed when he walks in that John. And of course, I find his meltdowns entertaining as hell. Like, I mean, who wouldn't, to be honest? That's why it's such a popular show. I mean, if it was just about cooking, like, come on, let's go, guys. Woo, let's cook. Like, no, it's not going anywhere. Of course, the Ramsay crash outs are iconic. Like, it wouldn't be a reality TV show without that. So he's just earned himself a spot with that alone. Like, it's just too iconic. And he has, like, iconic phrases such as, like, idiot sandwich and, like, calling them donuts. It's just a classic. NPC Miles. I have a lot to say about NPC Miles. Now, if you don't even know who he is, I mean, I'm sure some of you don't even know who he is. But he's basically one of those TikTok NPC live streamers who will do the same thing or say the same thing over and over again for donations and pretend like they're a game character. NPC Miles, bro, he's either a D1 clip farmer or a crash out. People were telling him to, like, turn off the camera or whatever, and, you know, they were like pressing him and teasing him that he's being a TikToker, and you know how that goes. And he just straight up presses them. Like, it's insane. Because, like, in the stream, like, he's all of a sudden, he switches from go happy, go lucky to this crash out. And then he just starts pressing the people that were trolling him. And not only would he press the people that are trolling him, he would get mad at his viewers for not donating galaxies. Like, as he was, like, sweating his ass off doing this. I don't know if he's still out here doing these Spider-Man NPC streams, but I definitely would have gotten tired of it long ago if I were him. Eric Cartman. Now, he's not only just a douche. Not only is he a plate cleaner, he has some crazy ass anger, some pent up anger. And honestly, I don't really have a specific example because this dude will literally just randomly crash out in school. I don't know what's up with Cartman. I can't really think of an actual example, but this is what your average Cartman crash out looks like. This dude just starts like freaking out. Now, I don't know the context to that clip. I don't know why he's crashing out like that, but that's a little much. We need an Eric Cartman rage compilation ASAP. And it just always seems like he's mad in every episode. Like, he's spoiled and he's mad basically in like every episode. Cartman just strikes me as a crash out. Next, we have the maker of crash out music himself, Baby Kia. This dude is the crash out of all time. If you look at his music videos, like like literally every frame, he looks like he's like crashing. And that shit is funny as hell. Whenever I walk in the building listening to Baby Kia, I feel like that guy. I feel like I'm about to punch someone in the face, bro. I just feel like it's all this energy and anger is just building up. And if I played it in the car, okay, maybe if not played in the car, I might pull up Marquez Brownlee. Okay, no, kidding. That was a joke. I would never go 100 in a 35 school zone. What the hell? But yeah, Baby Kia, he literally made a song called OD Crashin'. And he literally yells and like rages in the music. And it's funny as hell. Next we have, okay, not anyone pretty relevant at all. But if you know the YouTuber Jumani, you've seen the guy because he's talked about him in a video before. His name is Jumani. This guy is Division 0 crash out. Not even Division 1. A step above D1. This dude will literally vandalize grocery stores, damage all the food on the aisles, do anything controversial for clicks, for clout, for views. One instance, this dude wrecked an entire Subway while he was working there. Like, this dude just put all the food on the floor, started stepping on it. And get this, guys. He's an up-and-coming artist, all right? Crazy rapper, guys. Extremely underground. And what does this have to do with the Subway crash out, you ask? Well, Jumani did that crash out all for clout, all for a stunt to get Meek Mill to sign him to Dream Chasers. Are we serious? That's not gonna happen. Meek Mill's not gonna look at the phone like, wow, what a banger video. You know what? I need this guy on my record label. You didn't even showcase any of your music.
My $20 loss turn to 40 grand.
Like, this would not get Meek Mill to sign you, bro. Like, we are not going mainstream with this one. But yeah, that's D1 Crashouts. Watch this video right here about all the memes that have aged poorly. Watch it right now. Go.